Today we're going to continue on having a look at the Railbound video levels that I didn't get on the first run through. So I guess here we are starting at 5.4. So there are still some 4 levels that we haven't got, but this is where we're starting. Okay, so this is obviously my last build here. So let's have a look at how close I was or what I had working here. Alright, so I had a strategy to get 2 of these guys facing the right direction. All we need this guy to do is get on the back of the line. So we don't necessarily need this one to connect into him. We just need them to sort of like go opposite him. Let's think about this. I feel like this part seems right-ish. That we've got 1 going first, 2 getting behind him, but they're going in the right way. We had 3 coming down this way. Let's just connect this up just so we can sort of look at this as a route. Is 3 going to crash into 2? No. Great. So everything except this last little escape is right here. So what we need is 1 to be able to get out like that. But we need 3 to be able to come back and no one else to feel an inclination to do the same. So let's think about that. We need a flat that we want these guys to pass through. The opposite of that. It feels like they have to go this way because if we flip them so that they went that way, 2 would end up sort of incorrectly out in front. Something about this ordering here. How can we get him to attach to? We need him to be basically like the swing in. It's like if we could get him into here, swing that way, but everyone else was coming like that, except now he's going to turn on that point there. That feels like that's right. Right, if it's that and... Oh, it's real close. Don't want to give up on this one yet because I feel like I'm just there. There's no available space along here to make this guy join, especially with the amount of available squares that I have. Again, it would be the opposite of that. It needs to be like... that, but then like... right, like that. Is that it? Except 1 misses 1. 1 misses 1. Oh, close. Okay, so how do we change this? So instead of that path being there, well, there's no reason that that can't be... oh yeah, there is, because that turns up. So there's no reason it can't be there. Basically, we then need the opposite. feel like I've also... It feels excessively complex as well for probably how hard this really is. We did that and then had like this. He would end up, this guy would end up down there, which we don't want. Nah, alright, I'll concede on that one for now. Let's jump over to 5, 6. I feel real close on that though. Alright, assumably we want 1 to go through there and then it has to get over here somehow. And 2's going to come out here. But we don't want 2 to hit that at that pace. So if we just play that as is. How many squares have we got left? 6. There's nothing that we can do on that side. And there's nothing that we can do. Feel for that. It's too long for 1. What do we have left? 1. Alright, there we go. At least we're kicking 1 goal here. Alright, so he's heading into this one. He's heading into that one. So they're both going to hit their correct stations straight away. Then it doesn't matter which one we opt them to, I guess, to go through. It may end up, I think, but in theory it doesn't matter. How's that work? Wrong tunnel. Alright, well that should be an easy fix, because that should just be that, right? Good. So those 2 off there. 5, 7. Okay, so 3 doesn't have to do anything. 18 spots, so we've got plenty of time to get to the right spot. But what we need to do is get 1 across from there to here. So we can assume that both of those are going to be squares as well as both of those. So if we did that, say, we've now got 3 behind 2, and they can just sort of, well, can they? It's whether that's enough space between the 2 of them that 2 could sort of hit his station and not cause a problem. If we say did that, then went that. 1 would hit that and turn it to his advantage. Obviously 2 and 3 are going to die there, but no, he's not, because he's going to spin back out that way. So essentially that's saying if someone is coming this way at this connector, they're always going to turn. I mean, we can't just sort of have them in a never-ending circle, though. eventually they will have to get out and go the correct way. One has to hit this. Doesn't feel like there'd be an easy task of having once they come through this way, hit that, and then come back. Because we can't use that to loop back through this route on this end, because that's never going to change, it's just the button. But one does have to press that button in order to get out. I suppose it doesn't have to be one. Question here is, how do you get to this square? Ignore everything else. If you come this way, you're going to turn. If you come this way to this, you're going to turn. The only way one is going to hit this station is to come at it straight. That. And hit it, and then have to go back out that way. But it would mean that I'm spending all my rail tracks on making a loop. What, two's facing the wrong way? And if no one's hit it prior to them reaching it, then they're going to face the wrong way. Which is what the point of two is here. So two hits it. They go the wrong way. One picks up his passenger. Two picks up his passenger. They hit it the wrong way. Just miss one. So that feels real close. Let's think about timing on this. What can we do? We've got one more square. What can we do to impact the timing here? I can't go any longer than that. So looking at this again. It's the distance between 3 and 2. So it is something about slowing 3 down slightly. 3 needs to be one square back from where it currently is, but one square back from where 3 currently is. Wouldn't be hit by 1. It would be 2 squares back would make it hit by 1. So we need... It's the exact design that I made that made him crash, right? Yeah. What do you mean about that, though? I mean, are they the exact same distance, but have I made this slightly longer? It's still one square too far back. That would make him not turn onto it. And that also would mean that this guy can't connect into it. Make this little mess. Alright, way further away. Right here. It's right on the one square. Where am I missing this one square that I can adjust this? That makes him one square further away, right? Or are they still the exact same distance apart? Like, none of this is doing anything. gonna send him the other way. Let's one get out, but he doesn't have anything with him. I don't have him connected. It's killing me because it feels like everything's in place. I'm just the adjustment of one square is all I need, and I cannot see it. Apologies to those of you that are screaming at me because I've got one square too. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So because I have to move 3 against where 1 already is, they're sort of like it's a movement of 2 squares as opposed to making this like an uneven move where one of them doesn't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And the other one moves 2 spots. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 4. One, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty sure it's still exactly the same. Again, I've changed nothing, but it looks different, so let's have a play of it. Alright, well that time I've got 3 so far back that 2's not giving him the entrance through that he needs. That route definitely doesn't make sense in terms of saving available resources. Two, 1, 3, 4. 3, still 3. It's the exact same layout still. Where have I lost my extra square from there? So this doesn't do anything, does it? It's a weird dance between when 2 passes, repass, and when 2 passes the first time, the 3 to get by without 1 getting affected. And then, sorry, so that 2 hits the button soon enough that 3 passes through, but then there's a big enough gap between 3 and 1 that 1 gets sent the correct direction. Exactly the same, right? 1, 2. Nah, again, I feel painfully close there, but I can't crack it. 5A. Okay. So they're going to be forced to turn their incorrect sides. So let's just do that to start with and work out what happens. Right, they get sent on. So, what does that do? So, they're never going to get out, though, this way, right? They're never going to escape with that build. Alright, let's not worry about 2. Let's just focus on what 1 has to do here. 1 comes through this way and then presses that button. He's not going to get out. If we make him loop here and come back without having pressed a button, he's not going to get out either. He's going to just hit that corner again. So we'd have to have him go, turn, not press the button, come through, hit that. And then basically like come back. So in this world, in this layout, if 2 wasn't there, 1 would be able to like complete this himself. And again, this is just going to get them stuck in a continuous loop. Again, that pressing that button is just going to sink them. There's definitely... There's nothing that says that they have to press the button. Okay, so in this layout, they would both hit their required stations, but then they just would never get out. Hitting this guy is going to impact nothing based on what we're currently doing here. It would only be if we flip them around the other way that we would then want them to hit that red, come back. Now if we were to do this, when 1 passes through here, which we actually need him to pass through, he's going to send himself off to the train. So that's not going to work. But 2 would successfully do his... No, he wouldn't, because he's hitting that a second time. We kind of need an uneven amount of times that getting hit. Like, we need it to get hit and then hit again, but then on that sort of second time, there's no way to sort of curate someone going. We definitely don't want this turn to have anyone come in unless we would all... Our aim was just to get someone to turn around. So if we went, say, him up there and down, his job would be that he's going up to hit that button. Play that. Job is that they both hit the buttons to flip around what directions they're facing. As long as 2 gets through that fast enough. Ooh, there we go. It's nice to be, after getting stuck on one for so long, to actually knock one over. Alright, so a few 5s left. Tons of 6s left. So I imagine I've had a look at 6-3A. But I guess let's rejig our memory. That looks like a nice little complicated system I've laid out for myself there. Let's see what we're doing. Alright, so with our little crazy dance we've got going on there, 1 is getting home. Just trying to work out what this is flicking. It's flicking that. So as 1 hits it, it allows it making 3 go past. And that's going to make them crash into each other as well, even worse. I don't have the headspace for that one. I feel like I've spent enough time probably on it previously. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Each immediately changes the direction that it's going. We've got 11. So what if we say 1 gets to just go, flick its 2. So with this layout, in theory, 1 should just get home. Perfect. Now after it's done that, it's sent this the wrong way. So in theory, if we look at that now, 2 is, this one here's wrong. Or if in theory it's the only one that's actually right. That those 2 would have to be hit again to actually correct this. So let's try and map out the path that we then need, I guess, 3 and 2 to go to make these a correct actual route. So if 2 comes down this way, we want 2 to do that. And say we want 3 to do that. What happens if they're just allowed to keep going? They crash. So I can't have 3 sort of turn up this way, because then we're just getting 1's way. There's not really anywhere else for 3 to go. I feel like 2's the one that's got to just... Okay, let's assume that we already know what 1's going to do. 1 is going to turn the 2 of these. As 2 comes through this route, he's going to hit that one, making it incorrect, and then hit this one, correcting it. He doesn't have enough to then return to civilization from where he is, but we can do that with 3. And that. Talk to me about what... Oh no, because then we don't want 1 to... No. How do we get 3 out? Where's 3 got to go here? In theory, 3 could just do that. Go on. It would mean that 2 would have to already be there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 beats for 1 to get to there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can get 2 there faster. But we need him there in 9. And we also don't have him there in a facing the right way. So we can't just try and manipulate this by getting him around the edge. We don't want 3 to even hit that. So let's send 3 around. And again, is these 2 just colliding when they get here? Yep. Exact same amount of squares. If we were to send 3 straight up as well, it would just go. Like, there's no way that we can sort of manufacture that 3 does anything other than sort of get out, which is basically what we want this to then do. I can't see it. Can't see it other than 1 having to go straight. Then I don't know how I get 2 or 3 to come back around. So let's not dwell on that. Okay, so 1 hits this, turning it the wrong way, but for now it's the right way for him. If we get this guy to hit those once, they're right, but then the second that he hits it a second time, they're wrong. Like, and he'll actually get out. I can't see any way to make his journey longer for this first little bit. And he's so close too, because you can see if 1 gets to that square 1 square before 2 hits it, then he's gone and he's connected. Problem is, even if he did, if 1 wasn't there, 2's just going to go straight and end up dying down here. Two left. I mean, something like that's not going to work because 1's just never going to get out then. That doesn't work because 2 will do the loop once and then he'll come back and just crash. And again, we don't even really need, like, 1 doesn't even need to join. In theory, what we could do is it's that and then that. At which point 2 goes the wrong way. So we've got 2 more, so we can just do that. So that should be right, I think. 2 will go down. Nah, still hit that at the wrong angle. If I just put that on the wrong side. There we go. Victories are few and far between here. Lots of colors. Okay, so blue's already up. We've only got the 1 train, so we have to... 7 looks like we would just go like that. No, because then we'd hit... If we do that, we'll hit these guys twice. I need to do it 3 times then. Come through, 1, 2, everyone's up. He hits that, but he has to divert the wrong way, correcting it. Which would then mean that if he went out, he would go 1, 2, 3, put them all down again. What if we go... If we did that, hypothetically, there's what we would have him do is he'd hit that one, hit the 2 of those, and then all we'd need is a loop somewhere. I think. Go up, he'd hit that, bringing that one down. He'd hit these 2, those 2 would be up. So then all we'd need is just to have him reconnect there. That should be it. And then he'll turn that one back up. He'll be on his way. I don't think I saw these 6-6 ones before, and there's so many levels in this one. There's a lot we missed. Alright, so we need that hit once, and then we need everyone to slowly work their way through this. Now, based on current distances, they're all going to hit that at the exact same time. That has to be like that, but it doesn't mean that there can't be something like that to get him out of the way. And we need this guy just to be delayed a little bit. So 1, 2, 3. He hits that. He's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since 4 is there, it means that that will be open by the time that 1 gets to it. 1, 2, 3, 4 means that he'll hit that on the 5 beat. 1, 2, 3. He's gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He hits that facing the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He hits that turn back the other way. So that should be it. All right, and I guess a very quick look at 6, 8. Right, so just talk to me about what happens when we let this play out. All right, there we go. Really kicking some goals now. I mean, that seems too easy for 1 to get out. I suppose that'd just be that then, right? It would just be that we need to delay 2 slightly more. It doesn't work on that amount of tiles that he's got there. No, it'd still need to be like 3 beats back. If I did that, that gets 1 through, and then 2 just needs a... 2's hit the switch as well. But it's alright if 1's sitting there ready to go. Which means that 2 goes through, hits that switch again, and then we're laughing. Alright, well, we've come home strong on this one, but I think we'll call it there. Yeah, a few more levels down. Those ones that I got stuck on there, so what was that, 6-3A? I think I did look at that. 6-4C, and then there was a couple of 5s, 5-7A and 5-4B. If any of those got any suggestions for, those ones that I was so close and just bashed my head against a wall, yeah, feel free to let me know. And until next time, catch you later. See ya.